Is there?
All right, so what do these things do? What do these numbers do? Yeah, they do the amplitude. So if we're looking at something like this, they do, right? They make it taller. That way. So is that going to affect the period? No, because the period is this, right? In seconds. Now, obviously, when you look at sine, and we talked about that yesterday, we would look at that in terms of theta, right? So if this wasn't a specific oscillator, but if it was just something rotating once, it was only swinging once, then you could just use theta. But because these things are oscillators that keep going, they have an angular frequency. Angular frequency indicates how often this thing is going to go. Okay, so we have 5t or 5t, 3t, 1t, and 3t. So which of these has, if it's just t like that, right? Then that means the angular velocity is like omega is just 1, right? And then this means omega is 3, this means omega is 5, this means omega is 3. So what is going to give you the longest, is that what they said, the longest period?
For at least the greatest rate.
Right, yeah, so the, okay, whatever, the least. Okay, so why would 5t give you the least period? Well, right, this omega is going to be in radians per second, right? So this number, that means the more oscillations are occurring per time. Does that make sense? So this means one oscillation per time. So that's basically like this. And then the 3t means 3 are happening in the same amount of time. And the 5 is of course 5. So the smallest period, so I don't know, maybe I would say something like this, and then this, oops. I guess I should put it by the letters, sorry. So this should have been B, and then this would be A, this would be D, and then this would be C.
Wait, does sine and cosine matter, or does it not?
No, doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters in terms of your, like, where are you in the process, right? I mean, we all realize, like, we all know sine and cosine are the same thing, just shifted 90 degrees. So the sine or the cosine is important in terms of where it starts you in the process. But the wavelength of all of them, the wavelength of them depends upon the frequency. The higher the frequency, the smaller the wavelength.
It's also like the way that it looks, like just one cycle goes through.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, just wanted to start you off with something that was pretty straightforward. Give you some fake confidence.